In 2023, it's no hot take to note that intellectuals and government officials on the political right are increasingly joining forces with intellectuals and government officials on the political left to demand greater government control of the economy. Of course, many details of the interventions proposed by conservatives differ from those proposed by progressives. For example, in their smorgasbord of favored interventions, conservatives are less likely than are progressives to feature policies meant to fight climate change. Also, the names conservatives attach to their interventionist schemes differ from the labels favored by progressives. Many conservatives today market their interventions under the platitudinous label common good capitalism, while progressives lean toward branding their designs with some variation on the word equitable. But at the root of both the conservative and progressive craving to infuse the state with even more power over the economy is the belief that for decades the American economy has served only the super-rich while leaving ordinary Americans behind. The assertion that poor and middle-class Americans have stagnated economically for decades is widely repeated across the ideological spectrum. It is often believed to be a fact as incontestable as the proposition that 224. But this assertion about the economy isn't merely contestable, it's utterly false, as is known by any open-minded person paying attention to more than headlines, clickbait, soundbites, and politicians' harangues. As early as the mid-1990s, economist Michael Cox and his co-author Richard began debunking the already by then conventional wisdom that starting in the mid-1970s the American economy was failing everyone but the super-rich. Cox's and 1999 book, Myths of Rich Poor, is an early and still relevant classic that debunks this conventional wisdom. This debunking continued apace in the 21st century, with careful and well-documented research by among others William Klein, Terry Fitzgerald, the late Steve Horwitz, Scott Lincecum, Mark Perry, Alan Reynolds, Stephen Rose, Bruce Sacerdote, Michael Strain, and Scott Winship. This research proves beyond even doubts unreasonable that poor and middle-income Americans have over the past several decades enjoyed substantial gains in real income and well-being. The familiar trope, at least as it might apply to America, of the rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer, and the middle classes treading water is disproved by devastatingly large amounts of empirical evidence. Subscribe Libertarian Facts.